My name is Michael Ayorinde, MD CEO of Autonomous Homes and Properties. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can get more notifications whenever we drop a new video. Stay tuned. Yeah, good morning to everyone, the great minds, Nigeria, and Nigerians and diaspora. So, greetings from the Table of Autonomous and Properties. We wish every one of you happy, prosperous New Year. Yeah, on our last edition, we said this year will be coming out in a different way. A different way simply means we'll be giving the masses tips about real estate. It's not just about come and buy, come and buy. This year we need to tutor the layman's, the novice about real estate and how real estate works. Things you need to know about real estate before going into it, before saying you want to purchase it, so that you won't fall into land grabbers. A lot of land grabbers these days, they have come up with a small shop with reception table with a receptionist, and whenever they get a prospect, that is when they get a signboard ready. They put the signboard on it. Once you leave, they remove the signboard, and you must have made your payment there. So a lot of things are really happening that are making people, especially Nigerians and diaspora, that they are really scared about going into real estate, about purchasing or investing in real estate. So all these things we are here to shed more light to it. We are here to enlighten people what you must know, steps you must take before investing in real estate. Today, we'll be talking about what you need to know before investing in real estate and how to go about it. Now, what are the things you need to know? As a layman, as a novice, there are some basic things you need to know before you invest in real estate. Shortly, let me talk about the title and land documents. Now, talking about title, the least title that you must have on the kind of land you want to purchase is an excision. An excision really is among the land title, but is not yet a title itself until it has been recorded in the official journal of Lagos State. Basically, I'm talking about lands in Lagos State now, because when you're talking about a place where people are really scared in investing, is Lagos State, and at the same time, a place where people really want to invest is also Lagos State, but there are land grabbers everywhere. But to my viewers, I don't want you to also what? To bite an accusing finger, or to point an accusing finger rather, and to bite your finger at the know. Now, the least title that you should have on your land, or the kind of land you want to purchase, is an excision. There are several titles. The least is excision. We have gazette. So it is an excision that leads to a gazette. So the gazette is the title, after which an excision, an excised land, portion of land, has been what? Documented. When you are talking about an excision, what is excision? Excision is a portion of land that has been released out of a hole. That is, taking a part from a hole. An excision cannot be given to an individual. An excision can only be given to early pioneers, that is, the original owner of the land, before Land Use Act in 1978. Now, the family goes to the government, they apply. Okay, I inherited 100 acres of land. How many plots make an acre? 6 plots makes an acre. Now, when you're talking about 100 acres of land, it simply means 100 by 6, which simply means you're talking about 600 plots. So they go with that, they go for an application. I have 100 acres, I want to get a title. They start from an decision. Now, all land belongs to the government according to the Land Use Act of 1978. So they can't release everything to them. Out of that 600, they can give them 250 or give them like 280 plots, and the government takes 320. So that 320 and that 280 plots they're giving to the family, that portion is the excised portion. That's the part that has been given from the old 600. While the other 320 plot that is remaining is for the government. So they call it what? Government acquisition. They call it a global acquisition. It becomes a global acquisition if it has no what? Purpose. But under government acquisition, there are two things involved. We have a global acquisition which can be free, and we have a committed. So the free, which is the global, you can go back to government as an individual, then you buy it from government. That is if there is no purpose on it. But under the committed, it simply means government has what? Has a purpose for that particular place. Maybe for agric purpose, maybe a military zone, maybe for commerce, maybe for town hall, maybe for marketplace, and so on and so forth. Now, that excise portion, the family can sell it or can build it for their own use. It can serve as residential or as commercial. At the same time, government is expecting that family to come back to process their decision, the excise part, into a gazette. But many of the families, they don't go back. Once they have an decision, that's all. For instance, if you have okay, let's take for instance, like this place is Ibejuleki. The part of Ibejuleki we have is Akodo. Now, Akodo family, they are being given an decision, so they call it Akodo village decision. So the government is expecting them to come back for what? For a gazette on their land. So they have to go back and pay some money to process the title into a gazette. So gazette simply means a recorded excised land. Do you understand? It simply means an excised land that has been what? That has been documented in the official journal in Lagos State. And when they are documenting it, it's always in volume, in number, like maybe number 38, volume 1. Do you understand? Like a gazette number. The year it was documented will be stated also. So that is how it's done. So after an excision, the gazette is the next step. So a gazette is as good as having like a sea of land. When you have a gazetted land, it cannot be revoked. It doesn't expire as well. So it's a good buy. When you have a land that has been documented and a gazetted land, it's a good buy. As a matter of fact, most gazetted land now, when you buy it from the real owner, they sign your deed of assignment, you have your registered survey, you take this to the land registry, you can file for governor consent in your name. So these are the way you can go about what? Getting a good land in Lagos State, a titled land in Lagos State. It doesn't end there. You need to what? You need to have a mentor. A mentor, I mean that you need to go with what? A professional. You can either go with a licensed surveyor that will go to the land. When they get to the land, they won't just tell you by the word of mouth that this land has this particular title. It has a C of O or it has a gazette. When you go with a licensed surveyor, the surveyor will pick what is called coordinates on the land, that so-called land. They pick the coordinates on the 4 cardinal points of the land. They take this to the Surveyor General's office in Alausa. They chart it. When they chart it, they will know the status of the land. Now, after this has been done, and you have what? You have ascertained yourself that, okay, this is the title on the land. The next thing you do, you need to do an other diligence, like knowing the fact that this is the original owner of the land. How do you go about this? We know how to do this. We know how to get the original owners. There are questions we ask the family members. That with this and other underground works, we will know the real owners of the land. So at times, the same family will be selling land to you twice. And they will tell you that those people that sold to you before, they are extended family. They are the youth. And we are the what? We are their parents. So the money you have paid to them is on your own. So you need to come and pay us again. So all these things, there are ways to go about it. So that's why I said you need a mentor when you want to invest in real estate. Most times, it's always good when you come to a company or you go to a company. Going to a company also does not mean you should not go with your surveyor, licensed surveyor, to put the coordinates of the place for them to chart it for you. You ask for the title of the land. You also want to chart it to see if there is what a correlation. And if all this has been done, then you can make your payments. After making your payments, if you are paying outrightly, ensure that you get your what? Your land documentation. What makes up a documentation? Your survey. Most importantly, registered survey and a deed of assignment. These two makes up documentation. When you buy a land without getting these two things, you are not what? You are not yet the owner of the land. It is with these two things, deed of assignment and your registered survey, that you get a form C. That's what we call form C. You fill the form, you take this to our land registry. With this, you can get the governor consent of your what? Of your land. So we'll be stopping here today. Don't forget to subscribe on our channel so that you can get notifications, or you can get notified whenever we drop new editions about giving tips about real estate. Thank you. Remain blessed.